Well, hello, y'all. Man, I'm one pissed off patriot, and I don't know about you, but let's see how many people we can get to go ahead and log on before we go ahead too far. You'll have to give me a few seconds here. I'm the pissed off patriot, and I got a hell of a show for you tonight. And I'll tell you what, I'm pretty wound up about it. If you want to check it out, go ahead and stay around. First thing we're going to do, as usual, I'm going to have to give my respects to every veteran or person in any type of foreign war or any person that served our country anywhere in America. God bless you. Thank you for your service. Appreciate everything you do. Shout out to everybody out there that's a patriot like me. If you're pissed off like me, we're all pissed off. Oh, I lost my connection in the grow room. All right. Okay, hold on a second here. All right, so I got a show packed full of stuff for you tonight. We're talking about the people that are dying surrounding the people down in Georgia. We got President Trump calling out Republicans people. Up here, been live for 2 minutes now. Let's see if we can't get a few more followers. If we do, like, share, subscribe, you can hit it at the bottom of the page, wherever it's at, wherever you see it, share it, send it to your friends, tell them all we're talking about all kinds. Because she just couldn't make the cut because Pelosi said you wanted me out, you're out. So it's all politics with everybody's job at hand, So, well, first off, let me get to it. First thing I do usually is I'm going to start reading a Bible verse every time. It's Corinthians 12, 18, 20. But in fact, God has arranged the parts in the body, every one of them, just as he wanted them to be. If they were all one part, where would the body be? As it is, there are many parts, but one body. So that's something good for y'all to read for the day. And then we're going to jump right into Politico. I don't know what all y'all been doing out there or how your days have been going, but we had snow here in Pennsylvania, and I hate shoveling. Yeah. Hi, Steve. Welcome to the chat room. Everybody's out there having a good old time. I see a couple people are logging in now. All right. So what do we want to get started with first? Well, I'll tell you what we'll get started with. Just look at what the freaking Politico got up for you. Look at some of the garbage they got on here. Okay. Look, they on the mainstream news source. Some people can see this right here. Right. Okay. This is right on their main shit. Joe Biden wears a kick me sign. Someone needs to kick him. I don't know if you could kick sense into someone that dumb. All right, here's one for you. So this guy ran against Biden, talked against Biden, was going to be the one who tells you about climate change, what's going on, and why you're going to believe it. And if you don't believe it, well, then I guess they'll probably put you in a big old corral like the other sheep and just lead you right on down there to, slaughter if that's the way you want. Or a beauty gag, whatever it is, to be Biden's infrastructure salesman in chief. I don't care what he makes. I don't believe anything he says. He's just somebody else riding on someone else's lap. I guess he's going to meld the transformative efforts and combat climate change. Well, climate's been changing. Ain't nobody going to change climate changing. Getting mad, this light keeps shutting off. But if this man was going to do something about climate change, why didn't he do it before? Why did it take now to do it? I'm not understanding where all these people just keep running on this, talking about something. Let's go back. All right. What are we going to go into here? Hey, I did see people are finally going to jail. They're finally going to jail for voter fraud. It's actually happening. People are actually being handcuffed and taken to jail. Now, I'm happy to see that, but if it's that easy to get one person that just did a little lousy voter fraud, how come we can't take these people that are apparently treasonous and doing things against our country they know ain't right? How come they're still walking free? Someone gonna stand up, or is it just gonna be me? Because I'm waiting for y'all to get pissed off like I am, because if you ain't pissed off like me, then there ain't no reason to be on this TV. Shit's ridiculous. Look at this treasonous people, and we just keep letting them walk around. It's getting more and more ridiculous by the day. We got Trump. We're talking Trump. He's screaming about voter fraud in Georgia. Okay? The man's claiming that Republicans need to go to jail. People, we're past the point of anything here being where it's a one-sided situation. See, everybody across this nation is taking it like Trump is picking one side. It's Republicans all the way. Democrats are down. No, now this man comes. Now we got the Republicans who are being called out by the president of the United States before he leaves office, saying they need to go to jail. This is openly tweeted about. He said this. Trump retweets posts calling for Georgia Republicans. You think that this was just voter fraud on one side, or just a couple people in the Democrats trying to blow over an election? No, people, this shit is real. The information is real. It's a full-sided attack from all sides. Every party, there's people that are spies, downright treasonous people in every crook, nook, and cranny of our government. And unless people like me and you, who are average everyday everyday working citizens in this country, unless we all stand up and come together and start fighting for a cause, the country we love is going to slowly fall and keep on falling apart. Now, Eric Swalwell, or whatever his name is, a guy that was he would call it during the impeachment and all that. So this man, when he first came into office, or prior, I guess, to him coming into his office, he was already associated with somebody that he was compromised from the get-go. These people knew it from the get-go that this man was on the wrong side, wrong things, and we still let him slide by. Why? Because nobody's holding anybody accountable. Okay? This man was talking to a foreign country, literally pretty much a spy, okay, being enticed by his lust for something, right? Okay, sold out your country while he was doing something that was supposedly good for you. And now that he's caught up in it, okay, they're all going to keep playing it off, and this motherfucker shouldn't even be walking around the streets. He should be in jail. You know, and it's a shame that people like this are being left to go ahead and walk, because right now our president 45 days ago put out a presidential executive order saying he wanted all this paperwork, okay, laid out in front of him by a set date, which is today. Okay, people, if I go on testimonies, all these documents of time, whatever you had, all that, we want all of it on a set date. We're giving you 45 days. Well, today's the 45th day, and the first thing people do is say, oh, no. We're not going to be able to make the deadline. We're not going to be able to provide you on time the paperwork you're asking for. Now, mind you, we're talking about paperwork that they would have used to prove an impeachment trial, okay? You got a bundle of paperwork, people. It's either on a little flop drive or something I can put in my computer, or it's in a file, okay? This is what this man's asking for. And the day of the deadline, you're going to say it's going to take 3 or more days till you can do it? Sorry to say, this should have been around already. This is paperwork the man's asking for that's not being provided. Should have been provided probably months and months ago. Should have been something me, you, and everybody should be allowed to read. Why? Because they're talking about stuff to prove where these people were trying to say they had evidence, and all these people are going to get called out for lying to try to get a political gain. And when that happens and everybody starts to collapse and the people all around you start to realize what's going on, when you start seeing your government go to jail, people, just look at this now. they're going to step in and try to tell you Joe Biden is the overwinning president. Okay, even if they show that there's voter fraud and they could turn the election around, all that, Joe Biden's still going to try to step in and become your president. Okay, and here's why. One, the tactical advantage is already taken. They already have it in your mind that Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, Kid Touching Joe, Chomo Joe, Chomo Joe, Chomo Joe. I could hear him screaming his name, Chomo Joe, Chomo. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, him. Okay. So he's going to take over and be your president with his hair going all the other ways, kids bouncing on his lap. You know, I'm talking about that guy. Yeah, so he's going to try to be your president. And when he does, Trump's going to step in the way and say, whoa, all these people that are not going to agree with it, that are already putting down their foot, like the people down in Florida who's not openly admitting that Joe Biden is the president-elect, people who are not your normal, everyday, mainstream media. I'm not fooled into the fact or want to believe that everyone around me I know, even in a big collective group, wouldn't vote for Joe Biden, but you're still going to tell me he won my state. And I just can't back down and let a bunch of people that have lied and for 40 years done the same thing over and over and over again collectively take you and us on a lie and a ride where they're doing nothing for me and your lives. The only thing they're trying to better is what they got going on. And let me tell you something, people, it's a lot further than just power, corruption, greed. This is evil people with evil intentions. And I pray for every one of you all out there that you can open your eyes and see this, because these people are eating themselves from the inside out. Listen, AOC, she came out a few days ago. Okay, people, listen to this now. She came out, all right, and said that she felt that Schumer and Pelosi and all them, they need to go. They need new Democratic leaders. Now, committees, okay, I can show you this here at the New York Times or News Stud, whatever it is. AOC was up for this prize seat for the House Energy and Commerce Committee, and she got passed by. Why? Because she sat in and said she thought Pelosi and Schumer and all these people need to go. Why does she want them to go? Because she's worried about herself. Everything she talks about is herself. Anytime you ever hear her talk about a speech, she's always referencing herself. And a lot of the time, you don't ever hear her reference anything about anybody outside of her. It's always about her. And I don't feel that somebody's only worried about her should be in control of making you and me's choices. She's only worried about her. You understand what I'm saying? And she finally gets passed up by Pelosi, right? And what's Pelosi doing? She's just taking a political shot. I mean, come on, people, open up your eyes. This girl thought she was going to get this seat, right? Thought she was going to get it. She's been in the public spotlight for months now since the impeachment trials were going on, right? She opens her mouth and runs her mouth about Schumer and Pelosi, and boom, what's the first thing that happens? Here's a political shot, you dumb little bitch. You want to run your mouth and you want to stay shit? Well, this is what's going to happen. You're not going to get your political seat in that committee like you wanted. So good job for you. You know what I'm saying? And this is the type of shit that's going on all across the country. I mean, look at this, people. Listen, here. You want to see something else? It's not just stuff like that where it's jobs. People are actually dying. Okay? A dies. Listen, this kid died in a car accident. They said listen to this. They're trying to pass it off like it was just some random car accident. I mean, they've been screaming this over many, let me see if I can pull up I don't know if I know many car accidents that really sound like they happened anything like this. I mean, a 20-year-old campaign staffer for Georgia Republican, right? Georgia Republican Senator Kelly Loeffler died Friday morning in a highway crash just before Vice President Mike Pence arrived in the state to stump for Loeffler, or whatever that means, and fellow Georgia Senator David Perdue. The Harris teen in Puller, Georgia, outside Savannah, where Pence spoke afternoon Friday. I want to see where it says about the accident. I had read earlier, I don't know which one it was. Let me get a drink. I read earlier, it was describing the crash. Some of the stuff, it landed in between these three cars, blew up, and everybody around was impacted. Like, this shit is happening, people. And a lot of people sit and tell me I'm nuts, but look, the proof is in the fucking pudding. I'm a pissed off patriot telling you a 20-year-old kid died because of a political motive. I guarantee it. Tell them to come and take it out on me. Why the hell would you take a 20-year-old kid out of the world because you're politically motivated in the wrong way? Piece of shit. Scumbags. You know what? Tell them all. They're all fucking dirtbags. Every one of them scumbags with evil intentions, tell them all we're coming for you. Us pissed off patriots are seriously coming to put a boot right down your face. And I'm not playing with it. This shit's ridiculous. I'm so fed up with hearing shit like this. A 20-year-old kid? And you're going to tell me it's just like something that happened randomly? All this happened right at a time when stuff was going down, and this kid died because there was no way. You're not getting no more. You want to know why? Because he's compromised, people. He is compromised. He is an individual that is known to do with dealings on backdoor deals with foreign countries that don't have your best thought and interest in mind at all. And if you think at one time that this group of Bidens have your life or your general outlook on what this country should be in mind, you ought to start reading, because I feel sorry to know that there's a group of people in this country that really have faith in this guy. There is a group of people in this country that actually have faith in people like Nancy Pelosi. I mean, she keeps getting overly reelected into a spot where she's overly proving she can't do shit. Hasn't accomplished shit in what, 37 or 36 years? Quote me or unquote me. I don't know if that's exact or however long it's been. I think it's like 34 to 37 years, something like that. Ain't done shit yet. She's an alcoholic. Okay. Can't stand up or can't unless we say you can. Is that what it's going to take to people to finally stand up and realize that it's starting with all this information you can find out every day and on the internet and plainly in sight for everyone to see? You just got to look at it. We got them false flagging you by saying, look at Mike Pence. He's out here taking this live on TV today. Whatever, they gave him a shot and however he went about it. Well, I'm going to stay recording anyways. So, yeah, he was never tested. Really fast, really quick, came out of nowhere, and boom, what happened? I'll tell you, Mike Pence got the first one. No, he didn't, people. Come on. There, you see the side effects they got listed for this stuff. If you think Mike Pence sat on TV today and got a real COVID-19 arm, you don't think they couldn't put water in there? Explain. So let's put yourself, take your pissed off look off and set your pissed off hat to the side. Take your pissed off feelings and hang in the closet for a minute. Okay? We're going to settle down. We're going to think about something. Now, if you're the president of the United States, right? You're Donald J. Trump right now. You just dealt with everything you did. Okay? Like he is swinging, screaming fraud everywhere. Would you have your citizens lose faith in your government? You understand what I'm saying? We're not. So think if you're the president on presidential term, quadruple the amount of fucking registered actual Americans. They're thinking about this. What is your plan of attack? Because, a lot of us are sitting here and laughing about the way Trump's being persistent with sending law team after law team to here and there and everywhere. But that's what you got to do. See, probably don't even drink coffee because I heard he's like a straight and arrow, right? And he gets to work. He is not getting to work just as a president. He's getting to work as a patriot, right? And he's picking them off one by one, one by one, one by one. Guess what? Politically, in this country, once your name's tainted, it'll always be tainted. No matter where you go, change the drink you mix, whatever, right? It'll always be tainted, okay? So if Trump, right, can keep doing what he's doing in the office just to say, whoa, we're going to keep the peace here. We're not going to try to be fighting. How do you keep all that under control? Not only this, how is your guys' corruption and bullshit problems? For me to look at political news every day or every so often here and there throughout the day and watch what Trump's doing, I got none of that straight face look he gives you, talking with his little mouth where he don't do, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I could and even as a political figure, I don't think I could stay that well composed. I mean, yeah, he goes off on rants on Twitter and stuff, but tell you what, for a patriot that's actually calling out all these corrupt bastards, the sons of bitches that need to go to jail, he's doing a pretty damn good job. And if every one of you people in this country would stand up and do the same thing he's doing, it'd be lovely around here, people. Lovely. Okay? About his son. Says that bringing up information about Hunter is foul play. Foul play. You want to explain to me what your presidency might look like? What's your presidency? What's it going to consist of? Your son? We're not. Why are we not shutting down? Because our constitutional right says we don't have to. That's what they're telling you. People are staying open off. So for that, pie-eyed till the end of times, screaming all this shit that I be screaming eventually, maybe. Let's look into this guy, Eric. Swallows. Yeah. Okay. This man, I'm pretty sure, is still, I guess, still sitting. So not only is this one Christine Fang Chinese operative with one suspected politician, now they're saying, okay, all right, a number of other American politicians has long been disqualified. When he came in, people knew he was compromised. Why would they not have already relieved him of his duty? I'm not, right? Okay. Around this, that let this slide. Okay. They let this Eric dude, they knew was compromised from the get-go, right? They let him in. They knew he was. That's the questions we need to be answering or asking, right? That group of people who knew that to begin with and still let him get to where he was at, and he's still there today, okay? They're held accountable. And if they ain't, right, then where is the fairness in America? People, I'm going to tell you now, it's one thing. Stand up and say you're going to stand up for what you believe in. But I've been on both sides, and I'm telling you now, when people are not being held accountable for what they'll do, they'll just keep going and going and going till there's nothing else for them to go after, okay? Until you stand up and start punishing them for the dumb shit they're doing, they're just going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. If tomorrow President Trump came out, right, and said that nobody could, as a politician or seat, right, okay, could bring in more than this amount of money other than their salary a year, I bet you a lot of fucking other foreign countries would forget their name. You think I'm joking? I'm not. If you were told that your salary is the only thing that you could have go through your hands in a year, right? You were told that. You're one of them politicians that are out there. I hope you're listening. I hope you all zone in on this and really hear this. If you're one of them politicians out there that live way beyond your means and you know you're doing something crooked, know this. If I told you the only thing you could have is that, bet that. And that's why I'm a pissed off patriot. Look, y'all, it's been a good night. Pray for everybody out there. I hope y'all are being safe. Because I will say that even though there's a lot of bad that's going on behind the scenes, people, it will be all right. We'll have to come together as a group of people. That's no doubt. But in order to do that, we all got to be informed. That's why I'm trying to do what I do. I'm the pissed off patriot. I'm a person just like you. Please like, subscribe, follow, share, send us to your friends, tell them everything. Like I said, within a week, when the new gear comes, it'll be pretty nice where I can flop on the screen. And so from me, what I'm putting up here on the screen, I'm going to try to have that for you guys. I'm going to start doing some like mobile shit too, with Patriotic American Television, like maybe like, you know, you God bless. Have a good one. Keep America great. That's the way we got to think. See you later, y'all.